In this episode, I analyze another Kickstarter company, this one that makes a kind of miniature 3D printer powered by your cell phone, and we learn what this company is doing that you should never do with yours.
The Grind with Travis B. Klein.
Welcome to episode number 3, The Grind with Travis B. Klein. Today, I'm analyzing a company I found on Kickstarter called OLO 3D. They make a small 3D printer that is powered by your cell phone. Let's take a look at their Kickstarter page right now. To the analysis of this Kickstarter campaign. A huge problem I see right away is there is no personality from this company. From what we know, it is a brand new company. There's no track record that they listed on their Kickstarter campaign, so we don't know who the CEO is or the workers are, who came up with the idea. There's no story behind this product, and I think that's a big problem. At the top of their Kickstarter page, there's a main video which is there for all Kickstarter pages. We do learn who the creators are in the last, I think it's like 20 seconds of the video. And I don't think that's good enough. This is a brand new company. They need to be at the front of the video and also the middle and the end, but they also need to be throughout the page, explaining it, saying, here's pictures of us doing this, doing that, telling the story of them in the company. As they do that, they can start building a story behind the company, behind the actual product, how it started, and use that on various platforms like Twitter, Instagram. We got Twitter here, I just said it. We got Facebook, they have all these pages. They have YouTube also. So telling the story here can translate over to those platforms. Another big problem that this campaign has, that a lot of campaigns have also, is transparency. Not once did I see on the page where they explained why they actually need this capital infusement. Is it because they need it for product inventory? Is it because they needed to hire salespeople? They don't say why they're not just making and selling these and why they need this infusement of money in order to produce the product. I think transparency is the best way to handle projects like this, campaigns like this. And I think it's always better to be transparent with who you're selling to, who your clients are. Basically just be transparent to the world. All right, now let's get into their actual website. Let's bring that up really quick. It's olo3d.net. So as we can see on the website, as we scroll down, it's basically the same type of problems that they had on their Kickstarter page. There's no personality. It's all about 100% about the product. They need to have elements of the creators, of the founders, of the people who thought of this idea, the people that have been working on it day in and day out for the past, I don't know, year or two. So definitely add personality to the website. That's what I would do right away. So far, we have a common theme between their Kickstarter page and their website. Their website's all about promoting their Kickstarter campaign, which is a good idea and something that we're going to see later on as we go through their Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel. The problem I see now and what we're going to see as we traverse their social medias like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They're using Kickstarter as a campaign to sell units, which is cool, but they're not building any company value. The people that are buying for them are not connected to the company. They're not going to be in communication with the company. Now let's bring up their Twitter page. All right, let's do a quick analysis. We can see they have 225 followers. And I know they started the page in September of 2015. I did scroll to the bottom and check. And the more I scrolled back in time, back to like September, October, November, December of 2015, they were just using it as basically just a platform to spam out what they're doing. They weren't using Twitter for what it really is. It's a communication platform. It's a cocktail party to talk to people that are interested in the same type of things that you are interested in, to bring people into your community. They should be using Twitter to help build their community of 3D printing lovers, passionate people that love 3D printing and that think it's cool that you can use your cell phone to power a 3D printing device. They should be connecting with all those types of people on Twitter, and they're not doing it. They're just treating it like they're handing out pamphlets to people. Here, check what I have, check what I have. Look at this update. We have a Kickstarter page. They're not using it for the communication platform that it really is. Let me bring back up their header. talk about a few things that they can do to actually personalize their Twitter page. Just like I was talking about Kickstarter, about throwing some personality on it, the founders, the creators, the designers, same thing I talked about on their website. That's what they want to do here. They want to make sure everything is in line with each other. If there's the creator and the designer are on the Kickstarter page and the website, they want to put them on the Twitter page. This is a brand new company. Nobody knows who they are besides what they've done on Kickstarter. This isn't a brand that has any awareness. So they need to start building that awareness by connecting with people emotionally, person to person, face to face. If the people they're trying to connect with know that there are real human beings with faces, with names, with ideas, it's a lot easier to connect with someone on Twitter when they can see that there's a real person behind the Twitter account. So what they want to do definitely is have somebody's face on the profile picture. Whoever the lead marketer is, that's who should be there in that profile pic, and it should be that person that's interacting with people. It shouldn't be just use that person's face and then, whoever's job it is on Monday, you talk to people on Twitter. It's not a tactic. You have to actually use it to build real relationships with people and have them be the brand ambassador on Twitter. And to be honest, on every other platform. So they should choose one brand ambassador and have that person really connect with other people and bring those people in, get them interested, get them talking with their friends. And for the Twitter header, they should probably do a shoot where it has a couple people from the company, definitely with the founders, the ones in the Kickstarter video, have them be the prominent part of that, but also have the product in it. Maybe have some of the people holding the product, maybe have all of them holding the product. You want to personalize the header and really show that it's a company of people. So to sum it up, personalize the Twitter account. Make other people want to talk to you. People want to chat and interact with other people. They don't want to chat and interact with inanimate objects, whatever you can find. Nobody wants to chat to these things. Nobody wants to chat to a 3D printer. It doesn't talk back. You want to build the relationship, build the emotional level with a person, not an object. All right, now let's bring up their Instagram account. This one's gonna be a spam fest. Here we go. All right, so we can see they have a couple posts. They're pointing to the website. So let's take a look at one of these posts. All the posts I'm going to tell you are pretty much the same. They all do the same thing. They tell you about the way to win a free OLO. So it seems like that's the purpose of having this Instagram account, is so people can tag them and hopefully their friends see it, and then it gives them a chance to win a free OLO. Tells you to go to the website. We'll check that out in a second. First, let's take a look at some of these other photos. So this is a computer generated image. This, I think, is just plain stupid. Nobody wants to see computer generated images of products on Instagram. You want to see what's real. What does the product actually look like? If they don't have a working prototype, I guess this is okay, but I've seen other places where they have prototypes. So here's one image where it looks like at least a working mold, which they definitely should be using instead of the computer generated one. Same thing on this post, spamming about how to win a free OLO. Every post is exactly the same. It's win a free OLO. All right, I can't take it anymore. I have to go over and check out their webpage. So let's follow one of these links over to their webpage. All right, so we're at the page where they explain the directions, which is just to tag them on Instagram, and they're displaying the photos that other people have used when they're tagging them. There's no clear directions on when the winner is chosen, how the winner is chosen, when they get their free OLO. It seems very sketchy to me not to have all the details listed here. Also, what is not good about this, running this free OLO campaign before the OLO is even on the market or before even one is in a customer's hands. You have people just taking a photo of an object that they have lying around the house and tagging OLO 3D. So right away, the image is going to make no sense to anyone that sees it. So they're sharing a photo and tagging OLO 3D, but it's not like the object that they're holding was made with the OLO. So when their friends see that, there's going to be no correlation. OLO is not getting any value out of them posting this image and using the hashtag OLO3D. Now let's say somebody did have the product, then they printed out an actual 3D object, then they took a picture of it, shared it, and tagged OLO3D and say, look what I made, this is what I made. Then it has a correlation, because when their friends see it, they're like, wow, that's really cool. Then they click over to OLO3D, see what it is, click over to the website and order. All right, let's get back to their Instagram page. What I noticed right away after learning a lot about Instagram in the last 2 weeks, this company is not taking the right pictures at all. They're not taking any pictures that are invoking any emotion in the people that are consuming them, which is why nobody's really sharing their content at all. Just taking a picture of your product is not good enough on Instagram. It's just not. The product is just one part of the puzzle. You want to have the product in a very thought-provoking setting, something where people can see the image and they want to ask a question, they have a thought, something in the image that they see makes them question something, like they want to know more, like maybe it's something mysterious about the photo, or maybe it's like a black and white effect that a lot of people on Instagram use for products. But the setting around the product matters just as much as the actual product that you're taking. Just taking it in front of a white background with just a product, as we can see that they do on their page, is just not good enough on Instagram. If you guys watching this, if you're curious, like what do brands do? How do they take good pictures? You can just go on Instagram, search top brands, search like Coca-Cola, search Oreo, and see what they're doing. It's not just a picture of an Oreo with a completely white background. A lot goes into a product image on Instagram, and it's not just displaying the product. OLO has not figured that out. Maybe they will soon. Maybe they'll watch this video and do some searching online and figure out what are top posts, what are the ones getting shared, liked the most, and try to emulate, try to copy how they're doing it, and really just get their images a lot more Instagrammable. All right, now let's get into their YouTube account. Bring that up. All right, so right away on their YouTube account, we can see at the header really has nothing. It doesn't even have an image of the OLO product, which it should. And it should also have pictures of the founders, the brand ambassador, whoever they're using on Twitter. It should have the same person, the same correlation. It should all flow together. So they should have people on this to show who's behind the product, not just where it says first ever smartphone 3D printer. Let's take a look at the videos. We can tell 6 months ago they posted their first video and they waited 5 months to post an update, which is horrible. You should never do this. If you're going to post a video saying this is our product, don't wait 5 months to post another video. If you're not ready to show a working prototype, post videos of the process of where you are in designing or what stage you are, how far along, how's the company doing, did you make any new hires, update the people, create cool videos that people want to see, make a story out of it. So you want to keep the people in the loop. You don't want to post a video from 6 months ago and have something like half the votes get voted down. So when you launch the first video 6 months ago, creates a lot of excitement. Your company's not ready to show a prototype yet. You want to just keep putting out other videos that lets the people know who the company is. So let's check out the video that they posted back in September, which is like 6 months ago. We can tell that they basically ignored everybody's replies or comments in the video, which is horrible. You should never, ever, 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 let me say this again. You should never, ever, ever, ever do this. The times they did reply was a week ago. That's when their Kickstarter page went live. So they waited until they had a live product to start interacting with their community and building their tribe. This is horrendous. And it kind of pisses me off that they put up a video, got the reaction, got people to remark on the video, ask questions, and they basically just ignored them until they were ready to start selling, to start making money. So instead of helping the people out, answering their questions, seeing what concerns they have, helping to bring that person into their tribe, into their community, and maybe make them a long-term customer, they just decided to ignore the people. You never want to do that when you're releasing a product. Maybe it's not out yet. Don't wait until you can start accepting money and you getting something out of it to start talking and interacting with the people that are interested in your product. You want to do it throughout the whole process. From the first time you make a publication and let people know that we're forming this company, we're making this product, all the way up until the company's out of business. There is no end to that, but you want to do it throughout the whole process. You don't want to do it only when you're ready to start benefiting yourself. You want to interact with those people all the time, especially when they're showing interest in the product that you're going to be selling one day. You have to connect with these people on a daily basis. Keep them in the loop. You want to get these initial people, these core people that are going to be part of your tribe, to be getting other people, getting their friends. Say, hey, check out this. Check out this cool 3D printer. The guy responds to all my questions. He seems really cool. We'll call him Mr. OLO. What you don't want to do is ever ignore people that are asking questions about a product that you don't have out yet, that you're hoping to build up people to be interested in. You never want to ignore them, ever. All right, let's get done talking about their completely useless YouTube page. Now, let's get into their Facebook page. Actually, I kind of just changed my mind just now when I saw this. Their Facebook page does exactly the same thing that the other pages do. They just spam their content, asking people to win a free OLO. They don't interact with any of the people that are asking questions on their Facebook. They don't say anything interesting about the company. You can't tell who the people are in the company. It's just a box OLO. So you can search for their Facebook page if you want. It's going to be a waste of time, but go for it if you want. All right, let's move on to the summary now. I think we can summarize this as they have a useless social media presence on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Completely useless. They're using all of those accounts to just spam their agenda to the people that are following them, which is a very minuscule amount of people. They're not using any of the platforms to interact, which is a huge mistake. These are interacting platforms. They are communities. They are not spam fest tools for you to just tell people to read what I have, check out what I did. I don't want to talk to you, just read what I did and tag me in your photos and your updates, but please, I don't want to interact with you. That's not what they are for. We can take what I said there and bring in some Gary Vaynerchuk and just say that this company is all about the right hooking, the right hooking, the right hooking. They're doing no jabs. They're not offering any assistance to people. They're not trying to start a community. They're not helping anybody out. Everything they do is 100% right hook, and they're just helping themselves out. If it doesn't help out their agenda at all, then it just seems like they don't care and they don't want to have anything to do with it. If you're wondering what the right hook Gary Vaynerchuk metaphor was all about, there'll be a link below this where to pick up Gary Vaynerchuk's book on Amazon, Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's a very good read. And the book is all about give, give, give. And then when you're ready, then you right hook them. But it's more like give, 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 meaning interact, say hi, offer the people help, assistance. Then once in a while say, oh, by the way, tag us in this image to win a free OLO, or check out this video that we just posted. So taking everything that I have seen so far that they're doing with all their platforms, on their website, on their Kickstarter page, throughout this process, I realized that OLO 3D is using their Kickstarter page as a marketing launch for their product. They virtually did no marketing, or marketing that did more harm than it was good before their Kickstarter page went live on YouTube. Then they started responding more after their Kickstarter page went live. So the big problem, the big thing you have to learn about this is Kickstarter is not a marketing launch. It is not a platform for a press release. All these marketing things have to start way before you want to launch your Kickstarter campaign. You want to start this 6 months, a year, maybe even 2 years before, right when you're getting the idea to develop, to engineer, to create the product. That's when you want to start on all these platforms. That's when your marketing launch should start, before you even have a working prototype. So the big thing this company did wrong is they incorrectly thought that Kickstarter is a marketing launch platform, and it's not. Their website, their YouTube, their Facebook, their Twitter, their Instagram, that's their marketing launch. They should have used all those together to start their marketing launch 6 months to a year ago, and not sat back in their offices working on the product thinking, oh, our marketing launch is going to be the Kickstarter page. If you think that, then you'll end up with no presence on YouTube, no presence on Facebook, no presence on Twitter, no presence on Instagram. And what'll happen is, yes, they're going to make a lot of sales off of Kickstarter. After that Kickstarter campaign is done, the sales are just going to drop off tremendously, because nobody's going to be talking about it on Facebook. Nobody's going to be tagging them on Instagram. Nobody's going to be interacting with them on Twitter, because all of these platforms, they're non-existent on, and they should be built up with a year's worth of communication, building a tribe, interacting with people, a year's worth of this, all up until the Kickstarter page launches, and then you continue that and you ride the wave that's still on a wave. Instead, they're just crashing. Right after this Kickstarter page is done, they're gonna crash, they're gonna have no sales, and they're gonna wonder why. Well, they can watch this video and they'll know exactly why. All right, I think I'm done analyzing OLO 3D. I got a little bit aggressive there at the end just because things didn't make sense why this company, they were acting in ways that they were, but I guess we'll see what happens. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll somehow decide to turn some of these platforms around. It doesn't look too good for them right now, but you never know. So I hope you guys learned something from this. Any questions, leave it in the comments below this. I will 100% answer your questions, and I will 100% accept your critiques and your arguments. If you think I'm wrong, or maybe a year will tell if I'm right or wrong, or it might take 2 years, we'll find out. But thanks for watching. I'm gonna put a link to their Kickstarter page. I'm not sure how long it's going to be live for, but I'll include a link to that. I'll also include a link to their website. Good job, OLO 3D, for making what looks like to be a pretty cool type of new age mini 3D printer, but you just gotta try harder, you gotta care, you gotta want to be on social media and interacting with other people that are interested in what your brand is, what your product is, what you love about your product. So good luck, OLO 3D, and thank you guys for watching The Grind. Travis B. Klein. All right, let's get done talking about their absolutely 100% useless Facebook page, and let's talk about their... Hey guys, real quick, if you're interested in getting a copy of my free PDF where I explain the top 3 things you can change on your social media websites today that can get your company more exposure and a lot more people talking about it online, then click this link right here. All you have to do is enter your email address, nothing else. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spam you. I hate spam also. What I am going to do is email you every so often with tips and helpful things that I learned that I think you can benefit from in your business.